Hey everybody, gonna do my introduction to the book of First Timothy. First and Second Timothy and Titus are what's considered the pastoral epistles, and if you're a Christian worker, they are so valuable and full of good information for the Christian worker. Paul was writing to Timothy and I believe Second Timothy would have been Paul's last will and testament, or his last letter that he wrote would be Second Timothy. But First and Second Timothy are the pastoral epistles. Timothy was more than likely led to the Lord by the Apostle Paul, because he, or he at least was discipled by the Apostle Paul. He was told to, or called his son in several places. We're introduced to Timothy in Acts chapter 16, verses 1 through 3. It said, "Then came he to Derbe and Lystra, and behold, a certain disciple was there named Timotheus, the son of a certain woman, which was a Jewish, and believed. But his father was a Greek, which was well reported of by the brethren that were at Lystra and Economia, or whatever, however you say that." So that's where you're introduced to Timothy. And then Timothy, of course, became the pastor of the church of the Ephesians. If you look in chapter 1, verse 3, it says, "And I besought thee to abide still at Ephesus when I went into Macedonia, that thou mightest charge some that they teach no other doctrine." So Timothy was probably the pastor of the church at Ephesus. And Ruckman's got a real good introduction, so I'm just going to read what he has to say real quick. He says, "The Apostle Paul wrote the first epistle of Timothy around 65 AD, between his two Roman imprisonments. The book has 6 chapters, 113 verses, and 2,244 words. Timothy is a young man who was called to be a preacher and winds up being a pastor of the church at Ephesus. 1 Timothy 1:3, I just read that to you. He is one of Paul's converts. See Acts chapter 16, 1 through 3. Paul often referred to him as his son, meaning his son in the faith. 1 Timothy 1:2. Paul was his spiritual father. See note on 1 Corinthians 4:15. One of the great modern mysteries of American Christianity is that not one of our 10 Christian celebrities has a Timothy, a young man that the celebrity personally trained and who follows his preaching lifestyle and practice. What you have in America since 1900 are Christian celebrities turning their work over to their sons without God calling their sons to do anything. The daddy calls the son to inherit the work. It doesn't work. The celebrities got so occupied with buildings, campuses, properties, and bank accounts that they quit training young men. Paul didn't do that. He taught his Timothys and then showed them how to do the work. 1 Timothy 1:16, 4:15 through 16, 2 Timothy 1:8, 2:2 Philippians 4:9 and 1 Corinthians 11:1. We call the two epistles of Timothy terrible Timothy, and not without reason. The two books of Timothy cite their guns on Christians who depart from the faith, deny the faith, cast off their faith, and seduced from their faith, err concerning the faith, and overthrow the faith, and are reprobate concerning the faith. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to getting into this book with you. We're going into the pastoral epistles now. And in these books, it'll give you the qualifications of a pastor, the qualifications of a deacon, what you should do, how you should conduct yourself as a leader, a Christian leader, and they're the most instructive books on the subject in the Bible. So I'm looking forward to getting into it. I hope you are too. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a Saturday here in Dahlonega, Georgia. And we'll get right into it next time when we start our study on the first epistle of Paul to Timothy. All right, folks, Lord bless you. Read your Bibles and pray without ceasing, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.